you know, as a creative, whether you're an illustrator, musician, an actor, a writer, right? There's this thing that's always constant, you know, it'll be there with you throughout your whole journey. It's doubt. Yeah. It's not an easy pill to swallow, but doubt is part of the journey, but it's more of a first step, and I'll go as far as saying it's an indicator that whatever idea or project or that that's flowing through your mind in that moment, it's an indicator that something good is going to come out of it. It's an indicator that something good is going to come out of it, and there's a part of you that's trying to protect you from doing it, because if you do it, it's going to come out really good. You're going to enjoy doing it, right? Deep down you can feel it, but there's a part of you that's protecting you from doing it, because if you do it, you're going to share it and you're going to be seen, right? And whilst that's true, there is a way, right? The next step, doubt is usually part of the early stages. The next one is you taking action. That's the only way you can silence that voice that tells you you're gonna crash and burn. You don't know what you're doing. Nobody cares, right? When you take action, that voice suddenly quiets down. It just disappears, it dissipates, it dissolves almost into nothing, right? So take action on your ideas, whether it's simply just writing it down like a quick note. I often do that on my phone. I'll write down an idea, and I think then the best way, right, to capture, to claim an idea is to make a rough sketch of it, okay? For me, because currently my main mode of expression is music, if I catch an idea, I'll make an 8-bar loop. Sometimes it's just a drum groove, other times it's a chord progression, other times it's a certain sound or a texture, right? And I'll just make the simplest version of that and then see where it takes me. Often when I do that, I find that I end up kind of finishing the song anyway, right? A lot of the times, right? And so because that doubt is no longer there, I took that first step, right? And there's another part to that. It's being able to come back and finish. That's another thing that I've noticed that as creators we struggle with that, right? But that's a topic for another day, right? For now, the main thing is claim the idea, sit with it, put it down, right, in some other way, and then say, hey, thank you for coming to me, right? And put it in your heart that maybe one day I might come back and finish this, and if it isn't finished, that's also okay, right? Because the main thing is that you've claimed it in some other way, right? You've gotten something moving within yourself, right? So what are you currently sitting with that you're doubting? What's that big idea, right? And yeah, what would make it, easier for you to, take a step on it. For me, it's just hearing the idea in my mind, taking a breath, pulling out my phone, putting it in my notes app. I have a whole notebook. It's filled with ideas. Some of them I don't know whether I'll come back to, but they're there. They're there. And my mind and my heart is open. Right? Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.